Oh, Chris.
Isn't that
No, John did the same thing. Shut up. You can't both Chris
John.
him.
Oh, John, really? Come on, really?
Come on.
All right.
All right,
Okay.
John, you can leave that. You can leave yours up. I'll put something else.
I am glad.
It's fine. I think we're starting now, so go ahead.
No, Gina Gershon's comment that like she was going to be in the play and she couldn't imagine doing that scene 8 times a week.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I absolutely understand why somebody would look at this script and go, no,
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah.
Like,
but she does the movie.
But, hey, points to her for they say, oh, it was a brave performance. That was a brave performance.
Well, yeah, I guess.
she's probably the best part of this movie. Like,
Everybody's so good in this.
I disagree with that. This guy sucks. Like, and I don't necessarily, he sucks as a character, but he is boring as shit to watch in this movie.
Exactly.
Like,
I think everybody around him is better.
yes, yes,
He
absolutely.
might be the weak link.
He's kind of a limited actor.
My favorite
Thomas Hayden Church
This
is
is my-
one of the most underrated actors, period.
He's
Like,
terrific in this, man.
Okay,
Spider-Man 3, he is so fucking good as
Sideways.
Sandman.
Yes.
Like
Yeah, sideways.
And Sideways, yeah.
yeah.
Well, anyway, the one this thing that
Pretty good to me.
is kind of, again, I enjoyed this film. I thought the plot was just bang, 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 bang. It didn't slow down at all. It was a lot of fun to watch.
It starts at full speed.
And it keeps going all the way through the end. So Friedkin has definitely still got it.
I
But
disagree with
the
you
thing-
about
the
that.
thing
I
that
think
I
it lags.
was that Tracy Letts.
The thing that bothered me is this is just kind of like a personal thing, but I mean, we got to watching a bunch of extremely wealthy Hollywood stars playing trailer trash.
Oh God!
No, I know it sounds, and it just
That's your problem with this.
That's my
movie.
problem with it. That's the only problem I have with the film. I just get tired of seeing it over and over again, and just like
What should they do?
I don't know.
Not all Texans are
You
dumb.
can't get trailer trash.
This is a larger question than authority.
You could try, but then you'd have Gummo.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. It's just it's not an easily answerable question.
For kids.
But the problem is, after a while, it gets to be like, okay,
They all became.
They should do
rich, too.
claymation. Actually,
Yeah.
it would have been better as an animated.
don't make fun.
Wallace
No,
and Gromit.
actually, it should be a kabuki show where
Or
it's just,
kabuki,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just,
No,
it's.
Actually, the Indians in the last flick were dressed for kabuki. I thought
They were.
Yeah.
They were.
sumo and kabuki.
Oh, wait, okay, you guys
Just
done?
throwing salt in Matthew
Some more-
McConaughey's
keep going,
eyes.
Yeah.
keep going. All right. But the thing is, it's like this is a great day for everybody involved. I get to work with Friedkin. I get to be in this Killer Joe thing. It was a play, and it's about these lowlifes. I think in Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
And,
Texas.
It's
West
Dallas.
Texas.
It's Dallas because I was extremely upset momentarily in the beginning of this movie where they go to that strip club, and those are two of the most attractive strippers I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like, there is no fucking way that this fucking town has those fucking strippers in their strip club. And then it's like, oh, they're in Dallas. Okay.
No strip club has those strippers in it.
right.
No, big city ones have very attractive, but this is one of those like.
Not that I would know, of course.
Okay, let me finish my thought. Let me finish my thought here, because you guys cut me off and basically mocked me and belittled me. And
Yeah, we're going to continue to do that. Welcome to the show.
But that's not the problem. The problem is like again, wealthy Hollywood stars.
That's not the
poor people. Is that it doesn't it kind of it feels like they're play acting. That no one feels very serious in this film.
No,
and that's the
certainly
thing.
not.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's just like, if you believe the stakes in the film are real, and they're supposed to be, the way the film is made kind of undermines this.
These people are in completely different movies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a A-list kind of thing, and it just it weirdifies the entire idea.
The woman behind you is also in a third completely different movie. From
with Juno Temple. Yeah,
Juno
who was really good.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen many seasons of Ted Lasso, watching this, like, wow.
Versatility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheila didn't recognize her.
No.
I had to point her out.
Why? I had to remind myself it was her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Now, Tracy Letts, was his first play, was it not?
Correct.
So he was probably pretty young, and I think it feels like it kind of feels like the Reservoir Dogs to maybe his later work.
Who gives a shit energy to the whole thing?
It's got that, and yeah, maybe I don't believe any of it, but god damn, it's an entertaining ride.
No, that's the thing. The plot's great. I
When
think
it got to the middle and they found out who was actually the beneficiary, and then
yeah.
in the parking lot, it was like I was howling. I was fucking howling. I thought it was good.
I really like, it's a very short scene, but I really like the scene where McConaughey pulls Rex over, and they do such a good job of him not looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Like, it's so interesting how the mom and Rex are never really on screen.
Yeah.
Like
Ever.
it's just like you get the moments right after this where she's dead in the trunk.
Yeah.
And then when they set her up in the car and he pours the booze and blows the weed all over her and then sets it off. But like the two most important characters in this movie are never in the movie.
No, that's
like,
the play. That's the play talking to you. It's like you were probably completely off stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. And you could do this scene in a play, definitely, too. You could do the scene where he takes them out and they open the trunk and they both look in, and then they have to bundle something off stage.
Yeah, this bundle's really this actually pairs up with Bug really well, which is a play set in one room basically.
Yep.
And, so yeah, it's
I hemmed and hawed this versus that.
Yeah.
I landed
Interesting. This thing didn't cost very much to make, but it still lost money.
Yeah, come on.
Why would anyone go see this?
Yeah, no, that's the thing. This is a hideous film, and it's like
no one wants to see this.
I can only imagine. I mean, talk about word of mouth.
Yeah, which probably kept it from being a complete disaster.
Yeah, for some, maybe it would be an attraction, but I think for a lot of people, it would just be like it was too much. It was so lurid.
No, the one person who it would be attraction to is not here.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Toby bought it, so I know he liked it.
Yeah.
No, this movie feels like I'm watching a play with scenery.
Right.
In the delivery, the thing that you just mentioned is like Scott that used like there's almost like an uncanny valley where these characters feel like real.
No, it's
delivering these lines. That's the way I feel watching plays most of the time. I mean, I think about
as someone who stage acted. Yes,
I think about
there was a play of this film more than I actually liked the movie. I like the movie,
2000 and I forget, like 2001, 2000, somewhere early 2000s. Gloom Girl and I went to go see The Late Henry Moss, which was a Sam Shepard play done in San Francisco, and the cast was Woody Harrelson, Sean Penn, Nick Nolte, Cheech Marin.
Jesus Christ!
Like it was crazy, right? It's like all A-list talent on this little tiny stage doing this grungy family drama. And as good as all of those actors were, there was still this layer of artificiality, partly because of the context I'm watching a play, but also just I think there's just something about the way that these things get written and the way that the lines get delivered that I felt like this movie also felt very much like that.
Well,
it's also the star power that you're watching there on the stage.
Yeah, the A-list play acting effect. The thing is, these guys.
You have people you know from other things.
Exactly.
Yeah. But also, and this is something like 8 shows a week, you become robotic at a certain point. Like some of that, like there's a reason that a lot of critics go to like tech or dress rehearsal instead of going to the actual release of the play. Because by the time you've done it so many times, because you've done all your run-throughs, you've done your blocking run-throughs, you've done tech rehearsal, you've done dress rehearsal, by the time you get to actually doing the play and doing it 8 times a week, you're a robot.
Yeah.
Like those lines are just in your brain and you're just going through them like a Rolodex. Like it's not there might be a passion there because you're forcing it, but like it is so robotic. And that's, again, I completely understand why Gina Gershon was like, no, I'm not going to do this 8 times a week. Like I'm not going to make that robotic in my brain.
Well, Nobody here was in a version of the play, was it? Or
No.
No, but I'm just
but that's
talking
great though.
about.
But that's kind of good because it's like it wasn't just seeing something being interpreted over and over again. They at least had a fresh approach to the material.
Right. I was specifically talking about Chris's opinion about it being somewhat uncanny valley,
Right.
because like in play acting, in stage acting, it gets uncanny valley for you as the actor.
Yeah.
Even.
But
like,
It was talking about the fact that these guys are like a lot of A-listers, and you get that whole like it's almost like you're talking about "Don't remind me of better movies."
yes.
Watching a play, and it's like, oh,
But believe me, the number of times I thought about the first season of True Detective
yeah.
because of how much I wanted Matthew McConaughey to be his character from the first season of True Detective,
Pretty close.
which is one of my favorite film performances ever.
Right.
Like top 10 film performances ever. And in this movie, unfortunately, what he comes across as is his character in the Buick ads.
A little bit. The Buick, or is it Lincoln?
Lincoln,
Whatever.
yeah.
It's
But
the
yeah,
same
like-
fucking thing. Who cares?
Yeah.
Upmarket Ford.
I'll there was multiple times watching this. I hadn't seen it in a while. And there's some things like, I don't think I enjoyed watching Gina Gershon get hit in the face. I think I enjoyed that even less than the first time I saw it. But there was multiple times watching where I was like, what did Freidkin bring to the script was obviously well baked, well established. Like, we're not going to mess with the script. The script is where we're all reacting like how good the story is.
Right.
We like the twists and turns. What did Freidkin bring to this material?
This is what he brought to it.
Yeah.
Just the ability to bring in the A-listers?
No. This kind of shot. This there are moments in this movie that are incredibly well shot. Like, he brings a cinematic understanding of this story to it.
I can't remember.
And like, that is what he brings to it.
I can't remember what scene it is, but there's an Exorcist zoom in, zoom out. Remember where the cop is talking to Chris McNeil, where it's slowly zooming in and it slowly zooms out. Saw the same thing in The Exorcist. He does it in this film too. And there's a couple places like that.
The scene, the end scene where they're all having dinner.
Yeah.
He's just really slowly pushing in on them.
Yeah, it's really
as they're sitting around the table, and that is unfucking comfortable.
Yeah, it is. And it gets more so as he gets closer too. It's great.
Yeah, because you're just what's coming.
It's a weird way to build tension. It's just, you think about it. It's like, it's just really well done. The guy Freidkin
It's very well done. Because
good
director.
It's unfortunate that I feel like there's certain parts in this movie where he's phoning it in, especially the whole chase scene where he's running away from the two guys on bikes.
Yeah, that was like out of an 80s buddy comedy.
Right. But then you get the point where the actual guy shows up and they have that whole conversation about the party.
Starly friendly.
And that's
Birthday
fucking
party.
cool.
Right.
Like, that's a cool, like, my overall on this movie is negative, but that scene is so good. Like, and when at the end of it, when he's like, well, I'm gonna have these guys kick the shit out of you.
And then they actually almost
and then they kick the shit out
Yeah,
of
they
him.
do.
But literally, like, that
It's sort of a Warren trope, though. I mean, you expect that from the guy, the loan shark.
Sure.
It is a Warren trope, but it's
Scorsese.
done very well.
Yeah, it's done well, yeah.
It's done in the way that Justified does its villains. Like, it you have that feeling of like, man, somebody should fuck this guy up. And what this movie does is go, no, actually, because he's protecting him.
Right.
Yes.
Because they have that conversation. He's like, well, I like him. Like,
yeah. That's good stuff.
Who's got Jared's
Well, not me. He's obviously
love note?
Obviously.
I'll be back in 1 second.
Bring some more bamboo when you come back.
There's not enough there for you.
I remember
additional bamboo.
I don't know if we was talking about Bug or Killer Joe, but I guess there was a point where Freidkin, and I think it's in the IMDb, one of the IMDb's, where he's like, people are gonna just fucking hate this, and he didn't care.
Right.
He was like, whatever. I made this movie. I think it's great. If everybody's gonna hate it, so what?
because he liked the play.
Yeah.
Well, I can see why. You know,
And I think that's, I mean, honestly, like that's commendable. Like, just make the thing that you want to see.
well,
Like,
it rolls around again to Bug. He loved the play. He did.
I love Bug.
Yeah, and that was Michael Shannon was behind that one, right? He was in the play and the movie.
And then I thought Ashley Judd was phenomenally good.
Oh
in
God, she was great. In
like
that.
maybe the last really great movie she did.
Uh-huh. But
And yeah, that movie is a paranoid fever dream.
it is. Yeah, you don't know what's real and what's not. They rely, the narrator, I think, goes out the window after a while. It's crazy.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell. It's like Cronenberg, but just even almost weirder.
Yeah. Well, okay. Give us a. I guess we're all back. Give us a Jared thing.
all right. Killer Joe, another feel good movie of the week. This is some fucked up shit, and I couldn't like it more. This is McConaughey in the prime of his talent. Tracy Letts often writes some cool, crazy material, and I think it's and is what he meant there. He and Freidkin make a great pair. Bug is also excellent. I do prefer Killer Joe, though. All the performances are excellent, and this strange world of heightened reality. Don't get me started on how brilliant, beautiful, and sexy Juno Temple is as Dottie. This is McConaughey's movie, though, through and through. The drumstick scene is also an image that is burned into my brain. These are despicable people doing despicable things, and I love it. As I said before, I don't take this to be the real world, and I don't think any of the artists do either. So it's fun, and I just sit back and enjoy it. Another great pick, 2 big thumbs up. Both of these are ones I would have picked and almost have. Love them.
Yep.
I'm
We're
glad
all
you picked.
playing in each other's sandboxes
Glad
lately.
you picked that.
No, I'm
John did my picks and I did Jared's
I
picks.
know who's doing movies. Whose movies? I don't know anymore. It's like really good.
Did we get a Jim corner on this one yet?
Yeah, except for McConaughey, I didn't know any of the other actors, so I didn't have that distancing going on. I didn't, of course, I watched both these movies today. I mean, I watched
Wow.
Bone Tomahawk this morning.
My
at like
God, that's
9
not a morning
o'clock.
movie.
With your coffee and donut.
Coffee and cereal.
I'm bleeding. I'm like, what the hell?
What the hell? And then I watched this one. I liked Bone Tomahawk better than this one. There was something about this I just didn't. I've never been a Matthew McConaughey fan, I guess.
Okay, well, I guess we can just do thumbs at this point. Again,
marginal down.
Friedkin, like to do this.
This may be my least favorite Freidkin movie.
this was one at the play. The structure of the play punched through the film and made it work. And it was that was great, and Friedkin added something to it. So